Take a journey to a place so dear, where the mountains meet the sky and the lakes are clear. Lakeport's calling with charm in the air, a hidden treasure so lovely and rare. With clear lakes, waters, the oldest around, a peaceful escape where serenity's found. The whispers of nature, the beauty unfolds in Lake County's heart, a story retold. Discover Lakeport and beyond, where memories flourish and hearts respond. In every moment let the joy surround, from wine tasting tours to the trails unbound. Hiking up hills under skies so blue, with every sunset you'll know it's true. Life's an adventure just waiting for you. In Lakeport, California, let's start anew. Ooh. Oh. Macanarty stands bold and grand, a dormant volcano in this beautiful land, with trails to explore and vistas to see. Nature's embrace where you can be free. Rent a bike, feel the wind in your hair, cruise by the lake, let's leave all our cares. Kayaking on water so gentle and bright, the sun on your face, everything feels right. Discover Lakeport and beyond, where memories flourish and hearts respond. In every moment let the joy surround, from fishing at dawn to the stars profound. With laughter and stories shared with good friends, these small town moments that never will end. Each memory crafted a sweet little blend. In Lake County's heart, let's just pretend. Oh, water skying, the rush and the thrill, casting out lines, serenity's chill. Wine tasting bliss on a warm afternoon. Underneath the stars we'll dance to the moon. Events and happenings all year long, from festivals vibrant to tales in a song. Lakeport awaits open arms to you. A canvas of life, painted fresh and new. Discover Lakeport and beyond, where memories flourish and hearts respond. In every moment let the joy surround, from hiking the trails to the quiet that's found. So come take my hand, let's make a vow. In Lake County's warmth let's cherish the now. With every heartbeat this love will sow. In the beauty of Lakeport let our spirits grow. Discover Lakeport and beyond, my friend. In a land of enchantment where journeys don't end, let the stories unfold, let the laughter shine bright. In the heart of Lake County, everything feels right.
You are listening to KPFZ 88.1 FM Lakeport, and we serve Lakeport, Clear Lake, and all of Lake County. Welcome to Discover Lakeport and Beyond, broadcasting right here in beautiful Lakeport and reaching listeners throughout Lake County. We're your local connection to the people, places, and happenings that make our community so special. I'm your host, Marie Schrader, and I'm so glad you've joined us today. And by the way, today we don't have anyone at the council because we are pre-recording this show, so you won't be able to call in, but we have lots of information coming your way. And here's how the show works. Each episode, we welcome a guest into the studio to talk about something related to Lake County, whether it's local history, community projects, small businesses, events, public services, or the people who help make this county thrive. And this is normally during this program, we'd be taking calls from you, but unfortunately that's not going to happen today. So settle in, turn up the volume, and get ready to discover Lakeport and beyond. And as always, I start the show with going over what's coming up in this next week. That's beyond I believe this is going to be aired on May 18th. So from May 18th on, so we've got May 21st, their Operation Tango Mike Packing at Columbia Bank from 6 o'clock p.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. On May 21st, Flowers by Jackie is doing a floral workshop. Contact them for more information, and that's at 6 o'clock p.m. May 23rd is a big day here in Lakeport because we start with the Kiwanis Pancake Breakfast at the Silvera Center from 7 to 11 a.m. There's a craft fair right next door at Hobbiton Park from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And, of course, the Lakeport Memorial Day Parade on Main Street at 11 a.m. And make sure you deck yourself out in the red, white, and blue and come and show your Lakeport pride. On May 23rd, Yellow Men with Ihle Rockers is at Canocte Vista Casino at 6 p.m. May 26th, there's a free movie at the Soparis called That Touch of Mink. That's at 6 p.m. May 27th is the monthly blood drive at United Christian Parish. May 29th, 30th, and 31st is Lip Sync at the Movies at the Soparis Theater. So you can go to Soparis' website and get tickets for that. May 30th, there is a Memorial Day motorcycle run. You start at the Joy Madeiros Museum at 8 a.m. Also on May 30th, there is a 1 mile walk or 5K run it's for the dogs. It's a fundraiser for our local shelters, and it's run by Sun Rover on Over. It's from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And May 30th is a Suncatcher workshop at Infinity Consignment at 11 a.m. So today we have as a guest, we have Norm Ihle from Lakeport Kiwanis, and we are going to be talking about Lakeport Kiwanis, and we're also going to be talking about the pancake breakfast that is coming up. So welcome, Norm. Glad to have you on the program today.
Well, thank you for having me. Excuse me there.
Yes, no problem. We all get those kinds of things right when you're supposed to speak.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Marie.
Yeah, so let's start off by telling us about the Lakeport Kiwanis. I bet there's a lot of people in our listening audience that have no idea what Kiwanis stands for or what they do. So why don't we start with that? What do you think?
Well, the Kiwanis is a service club that is staffed by people that have all volunteers. We all volunteer, and our primary focus is to give back to the community and also concentrate on the kids. We really want, with everything happening in the world today, belonging to the Kiwanis, it has been a big part of my life. And it's been around. A matter of fact, this year is our 50th year.
Wow.
Here in Lake County, in Lakeport. So there'll be a big celebration for that. I'm relatively new. I've only been on board about 4 or 5 years. Mm-hmm. I retired from working for an electrical outfit down in the Bay Area and moved up here to God's country. So that's about it. I don't know what else to tell you.
No, we do. We do live in a beautiful place. I know that there are things that the Kiwanis are known for, and one of the biggest ones that you're most visible for is coming up, and that is the pancake breakfast. And this is what, the 44th year that they've done that? Is that right?
42nd year.
42nd. That is quite amazing that they've done this pancake breakfast for that long. I remember, I got a house up here in 1988, and I would bring the kids down there, and we'd always do the pancake breakfast right before the Lakeport Memorial Day Parade. It was a tradition. Yes, absolutely.
Same with me. My family has, been up here since 1938, and I can remember going to the breakfast with everybody and the kids, probably starting in the end of the 80s. So, and it's a great deal. Plus the food's good.
Yeah. So what do y'all get? I mean, I know it's $10.
Okay. So for $10, this is what you're going to get. You're going to be able to get all the pancakes you can eat.
Wow.
You're going to get sausage. You're going to get eggs. The eggs will be scrambled, though. We don't have the ability to go ahead and just fry them up for that many people.
Right.
And you'll have orange juice, milk, things along those lines.
Coffee.
All for the $10. And the key thing is children under 5 will be free.
Wow. Children under 5 are free. That's great.
Right.
And you can pay with cash or credit card, right?
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
And right now we have people out selling tickets, trying to get everybody on board. Um, we're hoping to have anywhere between 800 and 1,000 people.
My goodness, that's wonderful. So and it's located in the parking lot of the community center, the Silvera Community Center.
Correct. The old Bank of America.
Right. So
That's
you
right.
just park in you can park in the parking lot out by the lake, and then walk in because the street will be blocked off because of the parade at 11 o'clock at some point
Correct.
in time, and so parking will be down in the parking lot down there. But it's a very short walk between the parking lot right next to
Very
Hobby
short.
Park
Very short.
and the Silvera Center. So and then bring your lawn chairs because you want to sit out and watch the parade afterwards as well. That's for
You'd
sure.
be amazed how many people do that, and they've done that as a tradition for years.
Oh
Where
yeah,
they come, have the breakfast, set up their chairs, and the parade goes right by.
that's
Where we'll be eating.
that's right. That's exactly it. Oh, that is so wonderful. And the proceeds from this go to the 4-H. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Wow.
We've worked. Can I tell you a little bit about what's happened here?
Absolutely.
We've for years and years, the Kiwanis has kind of split everything 50-50 with the 4-H.
Mhm.
This year we're doing it a little bit different. The food costs increased dramatically. It's
Okay.
about, I would say, about 23 to 25%.
Mhm.
So what we did is we went ahead and got sponsors for the first time that I can remember.
Mhm.
The sponsors have been able to make up the difference. And matter of fact, the sponsors, with all the money we have, the food we're not going to have to pay for or take out like operating expenses.
Oh wow.
So 100% of the money this year is going to go to the 4-H.
Oh, that's really wonderful because I believe that this is a very big one of the big fundraisers for 4-H that they have
For
is
the Lakeport one,
Mhm.
for the Lakeport one, yes, it is the
Yeah,
biggest one that they have.
is the biggest fundraiser. So when you support this pancake breakfast, you are supporting the 4-H kids directly, and that I know that goes to them in their programming, in their care for their animals, in everything that they do. They do so much with kids, and it's truly a wonderful event that happens and a wonderful program. Being that we are so rural here in Lake County, 4-H is a very big entity in our community, and to see that continue and see these kids be successful and learn so much about caring for animals and the whole process that occurs around that is really a great something very great to support. So that's really really tremendous. So what other kinds of let's see. Let's see. Are you having any? I know that right next door is the of the Silvera Center is going to be the craft fair in Hobbiton Park, and that's also backed by the Kiwanis this year. And I know that there's going to be, I think there's 18 vendors that we're having out in the park. So by all means, come on over and do that. And we're also having the children's science, and I think it's science and art, and the group from Clear Lake is coming and putting up all of their activities for kids. So there's going to be a lot of activities for kids to keep them busy out in the park as well. I know they're bringing their bubbles with them. They often bring their like they had an airplane making. They had drum circles. They had just an enormous amount of things out there for kids to do. So you can do your shopping at the craft fair and let the kids play over there. And it keeps them
Nice.
occupied a little bit, so that's really 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 helpful. And that literally is right next door to, you can see the pancake breakfast from the craft fair and vice versa. So you'll be able to go between the two without a problem.
Yeah. And to me, it's just a great community event. You get everybody, that comes, the little kids, the moms, the dads, the food's good. And we've never had complaints about the food. I'm amazed, if I can talk about where we actually do the cooking.
Yes.
And what we've done is we've taken a boat trailer, and we've welded on 5 different grills to there.
Oh my goodness.
We then went ahead and piped for all the propane back to the front. So everyone at the front is all the tanks, and then the hoses run to each little setup. So
Uh-huh.
we'll have 1, 2, 3 doing pancakes, 1 doing eggs, and 1 doing the sausages.
Oh
And
my.
it's quite and then after they do that, we have runners that take it from there to serving stations.
Oh my goodness.
Now, when you're sitting at the table, the 4-H will come up to you and they will ask what you want.
Mhm.
On your ticket, it'll give you what you want, whether pancakes, sausage, eggs, juice. The little guy or gal will go ahead and take your order, come over to the serving stations that we have set up, and we'll give you the eggs, the pancakes, the sausage, milk, and this 4-H person will actually bring it to your table for you,
Oh my.
which I think is just fantastic. Instead
Yeah.
of being an adult, it's the kids that are going to benefit from this, that
Right.
are learning how to work and how to do things. It's just tremendous.
Well, that's fantastic. So if you come and you buy a ticket, you find a seat and they come to you, or do they seat you as well?
They seat you as well.
Oh my, isn't this fun? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I think in the front, we'll have it set up where you can pay. And we also have a will call
Yes.
set up there so you can get the tickets and go. But somebody will sit you at the table. The plan is now to have 36 tables.
Wow.
And we had 30 last year and had people still waiting for tables. So we're
Oh my.
trying the place is going to be packed.
Yeah.
But the vibes and energy is just tremendous.
It
It's
really,
a lot of fun.
is. Yeah, it really is. So I know that on the website on lakeportkiwanis.org website, you can pre-order your tickets, and that's what you were talking about, Norm, as far as will call goes. You
That's
can
correct.
pre-order your tickets. There is a service charge because for the credit card, and also there's a service charge for the credit card if you buy with a credit card at the door. So just so that you know, we unfortunately credit card fees are miserable as well. So yeah.
Isn't that the truth?
We had to add that to the cost of the ticket. But if the convenience is there for you. And like I said, if you want to order ahead of time, just go on lakeportkiwanis.org and you can pre-order your tickets, and they will be in an envelope waiting for you at the desk when you arrive. And is there, now I know that we have sponsors, weren't we going to do a raffle of some sort?
Yeah, a raffle. We thought that it'd be nice to add into a raffle. And so I think there'll be 2 different baskets. One will be mainly for the guys. There'll be a nice DeWalt tool in there that they can get.
Wow.
And I'm sure the other one will have some wine and stuff. But to be honest, the ladies are working on that, and I'm leaving it up to them.
That's always a good thing.
Yes.
That's always a good
I'm
thing.
not good at that, Marie. I'm not good at that.
Some days are like that. What the heck can we say?
There you go.
So I just wanted to look here as far as I know. I was going to look at the sponsors that we have for the event, because one of the things that I always say is that when you have an event like this, and we ask, so many people go out and ask our businesses to sponsor, and it's important for all of us as participants in this event to acknowledge those sponsors and to say thank you to them, because in some cases we would not have the event if it was not for the sponsors themselves. So I want to take a few minutes to especially call out Foods Etc. and Southern Smiles for their generous donations to the event. And I know that there are some that are doing in-kind donations and that sort of thing. Those are going to be listed at the table when you come in. So so make sure that you take and acknowledge those as well. But and if you happen to go to these businesses, a nice thank you is a good thing, to do for them, because
It sure is.
these people absolutely, like I said, we would not be doing a lot of what we do if it wasn't for them. So we're gonna take a break right now from Norm for just a minute. I'm gonna tell you about a few other things that are coming up. The 23rd is a huge weekend. That is that's the Saturday of Memorial Day weekend, and that's the day that we have the Kiwanis breakfast and the pancake breakfast, the craft fair, and the Lakeport Memorial Day parade. But guess what? Canocti Harbor Inn has a concert that night. They're bringing back some music, so they have Journey Revisited, and one that I'm not exactly sure, but check on the website and I'll have the information on that. But that's at Canocti Harbor Inn on that Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. So we are really happy to see that music is coming back, to Canocti Harbor, and that was such a big part of our community for a very long time. But not to be outdone, there is, of course, I just mentioned music over at Canocti Vista Casino. That's Yellowman and the Ire Rockers is going to be there. That's a reggae band, reggae music. On the 24th, which is the Sunday, is the big Lower Lake Days parade and festival that they have out there. They have a street fair from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and the parade is at 11 a.m. and that is always a wonderful time. So make sure you go and see, go down to Lower Lake as well. On the 30th of May, the Canocti Women's Service Club is doing a barbecue bash at the Boathouse Bar and Grill in Nice from 12 to 5, and there's going to be live music from 2 to 5. The Mark Western Band will be there. So that's a fundraiser for the Canocti Women's Service Club. Let's see here. Then on May 30th is something called Dream Big. It's the annual dance recital of the Busy Dance Company from here in Lakeport. That's going to be at the MAC over at the elementary or the middle school, Terrace Middle School. So and tickets are on sale for that right now, as I see. If you have someone, a child that's going to be participating in sports, Sutter Lakeside is having a free youth sports physical day on May 30th. They offer free walk-in sports physicals for all Lake County youth athletes at the Sutter Lakeside Community Clinic. Athletes must be under the age of 18, and you'll need a parent guardian present at the time of the visit. There's no registration. It's walk-in only. It's over on at their clinic on Hill Road. So that information will also be on the website. Let's see here. May 30th is also, this is always a wonderful event, is the Wood and Glory Boat and Car Show. And this is and there's going to be Operation Tango Mike is doing a pancake fundraiser from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. that day as well. But there's going to be antique and classic wood boats, classic and custom cars, a vintage trailer show in the RV park, food trucks and marina bar, and live music by Tattooed Cherries. That's at Canocti Vista Casino Resort at Marina on May 30th from 8 to 2 p.m. So take a look at that, because that's a really, really fun one to do. Let's see here. May 31st, the Kids Adventure Camp is going to be happening. Let's see here. It's the 6th annual adventure camp, and this is at the Clear Lake Campgrounds. It's available to any child in Lake County, and there's a website. This is by the CMAS lakecounty.org. So you can go onto that website and find the information, or just I'll be putting this information out on social media and also on my website, or on the website for Discover Lakeport CA as well. Let's see here. Upper Lake is going to be having a flea market on June 1st next to the strawberry stand in Upper Lake. So there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff going on in there, and I don't see a time on this one, but you can take a look over there next to the strawberry stand. They're going to be having a flea market. Kelseyville is going to be having their artisan markets as well. First Friday in June, July, August, and September. So that's June 5th is the next one coming up. There's going to be vendors, live music, and food on Main Street between 2nd and 3rd Streets. Let's see here. And June 6th is going to be the Clear Lake Splash-In from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that's over at Skylark Shores Resort. They're going to have splash-in, landings and takeoffs. They'll have a flight simulator. The Clear Lake modelers will have displays and demos. There's going to be seaplanes. You can actually walk up to the seaplanes. Let's see, you can meet the pilots. There's going to be live music and crafts and giveaways. So that's going to be a really exciting event over at Skylark Shores Resort on June 6th. And also on June 6th is Batcher Valley Grange is going to have summer days from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. with a parade at 10 a.m. So make sure that you put that on your calendar for Upper Lake. That's really a great thing that's going to have happen over there. On June 7th, I didn't know this was a group, but it's called Bags on the Lake. And they're having their 3rd anniversary tournament on Saturday, June 27th. And this is, I don't see exactly where it's happening here, but they're going to be having a big cornhole tournament coming up, and they're asking for some sponsors for that. That's the North Lake Baggers. Let's see here. And of course, our very favorite thing, June 12th, the summer concert series starts with the Wells Fargo or Fargo Brothers coming up. So there's also, I know that the the Bacon Fest is going to be happening in early June, and so is the Wine Fest. Lake County Wine Fest is happening on Saturday, June 13th from noon to 5 p.m. So we've got lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of things coming up here in Lake County for everybody. And it's I always think that I hear a lot that there's nothing to do in Lake County. And honestly, I didn't know how many there were until I started putting together my event calendars for Lakeport to just know how many things are happening, sometimes all at the same time, in our community. So it's really great to get out and support all of that and have and bring your family to it. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, okay, well, we're back at the Kiwanis Club. So let's see, you're going to be 50 years old. What are some of the things that they've done in the past?
Well, in the past, okay, let me go down the list. I know Halloween, they have a Halloween contest, and they were really big on that. One of the problems, if I can, is it's mainly retirees that are working on that.
That's right.
We have a little more difficult time getting younger people because just the way life is right now.
Uh-huh.
So we have Halloween contests that we go through. We go ahead, and if you go to movie nights, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Marie, I believe there's one on July 2nd and maybe another one on July 30th.
I think it's on, let me look here because I think I have them on my calendar.
Yeah.
July.
Because in those we're going to start taking advantage of the snack bar out there at Gobbleton Park, and we'll go ahead and have hot dogs, popcorn, soft drinks, no booze.
That's right.
We're trying to keep it a strictly a family deal.
That's right.
And the Kiwanis, we're going to push more and more to use that facility.
That's great.
Because it's just beautiful. The job that they did with that park. I have friends, that come up from the Bay Area, and they're blown away from what's happened to Lakeport in the last 5 years. It is just whatever they've done, or everybody that's participated, I guess the merchants and thing, they've really made it a place to go to, where my friends will come up and I know I'm getting off the Kiwanis here, but they can walk the streets back and forth, go into the little shops, stop somewhere, have a beer, and still be able to just take a nice walk through that park and hang out.
It really
So back to the
extended the waterfront, the whole promenade that they did in conjunction with both parks between Library Park and Hobbiton Park. The waterfront there, all along there, it's a nice promenade that you can walk on and actually connect the two parks together. And it's a great little walk down there. So yes.
right,
Okay.
right.
So
And then we do things like, at Mendocino College they have their, graduate day or whatever it is that they show everybody what to do, or to join there. We cook hot dogs for them. We stay as much as we can to doing things for the kids.
yes.
Matter of fact, I went, as part of Kiwanis to talk at Clear Lake High School.
Oh, very
Had
good.
a couple of classes on careers,
Hmm.
and to be honest, we pushed the trades. Everybody. I know I'm getting off the subject.
That's all right.
Um, everybody tends to say you have to go to college. You have to go to college,
Hmm.
and I'm a incident of a guy didn't go to college, ended up coming up in the electrical field
Hmm.
and did pretty well for myself. And what I told them was, if you can work with your hands, everybody likes to work with their hands, you could get paid for working with your hands. As an example, if you went to, let's say you want to be an electrician, you go ahead, and what happens is you take a test, pretty basic, you're 18 years old. You go ahead and now you're in, and you'll be an apprentice. It sounds like a long time, for 5 years, but you start off at $24 an hour.
Wow.
Then
That's
it
nice.
goes up to $35 an hour, then
Sure.
$55 an hour, then $75 an hour, till you're finally coming out at $95 an hour.
Nice.
Well, with no debt. In
Right.
other words, you don't have to take out a college loan. So what I was trying to tell them is, look, your friend will go to college and come out and say he has a degree, not to knock history, but say he has a degree in history, and he has $150,000 debt to go with that. So
Mhm.
he's got to find a place where he can be in school and, to teach at. Where here, if you come out as an electrician, plumber, anything like that, when you come out of that apprentice program at about 22 or 23, you already have a profession and you're making very good money.
Right.
So, and with AI, if we get into AI, the number one jobs that will not be eliminated, at least not right now, are electricians,
Mhm.
plumbers,
Mhm.
air conditioning guys. It's all the trades
That's right.
that people will work with their hands.
That's great.
And they still haven't figured out to get a robot that can climb under a house or climb up a ladder and pull some wire and do some connections. None of that stuff yet. When that happens, I'm afraid, Marie, I'll be long gone watching it from somewhere else.
I think you're right. So I know that there's just so much when it comes to education that that is out there that people forget about. And being a product of area Vocational Technical Institute myself, I fully, even as a teacher, used to tell kids about the trade. So that's really good, Norm. And I think that that's something that, as Kiwanis, that you were able to go into a classroom and share that information. And it might have changed a child's life. And that's really important,
And to let them know that, we give out scholarships, not only
Oh,
for
yes.
college, but
Yes.
now we're giving out one that we started, for the vocation.
Oh, did
So
you?
that if you go to, it just helps you if you're gonna, no matter what you want to be,
Uh-huh.
if you want to go to school and say you're going to take carpentry or whatever it is at Mendocino College and stuff,
Mhm.
we'll help you with all those things. And
Oh,
you'll actually get money,
yeah.
$1,000, $5,000, whatever
Wow.
it happens to be, to
Yes.
help you along on that journey, as well as help you on the journey if you decide to go to college.
That is wonderful. I know that it's scholarships are always a difficult thing for kids to get their head around because it just seems to come at them fast and furious. How do they
Mhm.
find out more information about those scholarships if they were interested?
they would have to go ahead and go right to our website,
Great.
and that would have the information.
Mhm.
And maybe if the parents could do that too.
Oh, absolutely.
I do not believe, maybe I'm wrong, but there's a lot of scholarships not only offered by Kiwanis,
Mhm.
but other organizations, whether it's, if I can say,
Mhm.
whether it's the Elks, Rotary,
Mhm.
people everybody wants to help everybody out. And sometimes we don't get a lot of applicants because they don't know. So
Yes.
we need to get this word,
Yeah.
and hopefully people are listening, the parents,
Yeah.
that there's a lot of scholarships available in Lake County that you should take advantage of.
There really are. There really are. It's remarkable when you start looking at all of that. So I mean, it's and it can be as a parent, I know that it can be frustrating to track all of that stuff down, especially you have to know that it exists before you can even start to track it down. So it's too bad
Right.
we don't have some kind of clearinghouse somewhere that all of these things are on, so that they can find it. So
That's a good idea. Maybe we could
yeah,
figure out some way to do that,
that
right?
would be pretty awesome. Yeah.
There you go.
So that would be pretty awesome. I'm sure people would really appreciate that a great deal.
Yeah.
So, but I know that that there's I know that in the when the Kiwanis have a speaker, that the Kiwanis donate a book to the library,
That is absolutely correct.
that's
And
right.
it goes to the library, and we let them sign,
Oh,
that they were there, and it's been pretty successful.
oh,
Been pretty successful, and it's just amazed, as I'm sure you'll find out as you do this show and continue to, uh, the amount of people around that are doing so many different things.
oh yeah,
It's just a great place
yeah,
to live,
yes,
and I'm happy
yeah.
that there is a show like this
Oh, thank
that gives people, okay, look, this is coming up, this is coming up, this is coming up. So if you want to be bored, you can stay home, but there's so many things you can do around the lake, and it's really enjoyable. At least that's what my wife and I try to do.
I agree with you. I agree with you. So let me kind of thing coming up. I know that over the summer coming up for people that they want to know about things happening for kids. And so I want to tell you about a couple things that are coming up. We've got, I mentioned one already, that it's the Kids Adventure Camp that's going to be happening down at Clear Lake Campground. That's down in Clear Lake, right by Cache Creek there. It's a beautiful campground, by the way. So you can get information on that one. Another thing for kids to do coming up is it's called CSI Forensic Camp. And that's it's for, I believe this is for teens 12 and over. They would learn how to dust and lift fingerprints, process a mock crime scene, analyze evidence, and so much more. So if you like to do that, this is your opportunity to be able to do that. It's at the Clear Lake Youth Center, and doesn't cost an arm and a leg, but that information I'll put out there so that everybody knows what's going.
That's a fascinating one,
I
by
know,
the way,
that's what I
Maureen.
thought too. Lake County Legends is doing an art camp. And this is, where is this happening? That's at the Middletown Art Center. And they're doing a lot of things up there at the Middletown Art Center. So, where they have discounts for siblings. And partial scholarships are available. So, it includes healthy snacks, and lots of art going on. I also know that keep watching social media, because the Lake County Arts Council is about to put out their art classes that they will have this summer for kids, and you'll be able to look that up on their it's the Summer Youth Art Camp. That's it, and I believe lakearts.org is their website that they will have it on, but they're going to be doing some over at the Lucerne Harbor Artist Village Center as well. So that's on the North Shore, which is really wonderful for them, to have things over in that area, because there's just not a lot that goes on for kids over on the North Shore. And so I love the fact that they're doing that kind of stuff. I do know that that the coming up, let's see, busy dance company will be having some things happening in the summer as well for any of the kids that like dancing. So, just really keep an eye on social media to find out, what's happening in your area for your children. I know that there's going to be more that are going to be on there as, coming up as well. So that's really exciting. But, the pancake breakfast, Lakeport is known for their Saturday of Memorial Day weekend. We call it Memorial Saturday, those of us who work the whole thing. Yes. And I know that the Kiwanis members, what time do you even start cooking and setting up in the morning? Because you start serving at 7 a.m., right?
Yeah. So I'd say people get there between 5:30 and 6 in the morning.
Oh my.
And that's when we start firing up everything to get things going. But the day before, on Friday, we start at 1 o'clock setting up everything else.
Oh, wow.
And so the people from 4-H and ourselves set up all the easy ups, move the trailer around. And anybody that wants to come by where we're cooking after they eat, it's quite like I said before, it's quite whatever you want. It's very, very organized, but it's like controlled chaos.
Yeah, well,
it works out really well. But that trailer is something else to see.
That is, I'm gonna have to get a picture of that trailer.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that was put together by, I think, John Wiskerson and Dennis Rollins, and I think Wally Cox.
Oh wow!
I think those were I can't remember everybody that did it, but the work that they did. I mean, even last year, I remember the fire chief. I forget his name, but he actually got on there and said, "Hey, can I try this?" So we let him cook up some of the pancakes, and he was blown away. And he ended up cooking for a couple hours. And then we had another guy, Ryan, who is a lieutenant, and he ends up he got the award for cooking the best pancakes.
Oh wow!
From our friend Mike Ewing, who makes sure he's our quality control guy. And if you mess up on those pancakes, he's right on you. If you mess up on the eggs or sausages, so we even have quality control at this time, so that when you eat your food, we make sure it's good for you and good.
Oh my!
So no burnt pancakes, no burnt sausage, no runny eggs.
Oh, but not. And let me ask: the pancakes are all you can eat. Is that correct?
Absolutely, the pancakes are all you can eat.
Oh my goodness! So by all means, you can order more pancakes every single time. So that's pretty exciting. I
will let you know that the pancakes are pretty big.
Yes. No. They take up almost the whole plate.
Yes, they do.
So,
yes, they do.
That's with
that little butter, some syrup, man. I'm getting hungry right now, Marie.
I know you will not go hungry, and this is a great event for a great cause. And I think that that everybody can appreciate that it's the community comes together to support a wonderful organization such as Kiwanis and all the kids that are in 4-H. And I know that these kids they're going to be dressed in their whites. They're 4-H whites, so you can't miss them, and they're just adorable. I know I've always had really good.
And that's one big thing that I really appreciate about it is, there'll be kids that are 6 or 7, and then there'll be kids that'll be 14 or 13, serving you, and the little kids are just cute as heck.
Yes, they are. Whoops.
What?
Oh no, there we go. No, my computer just did something and that caused me to go whoops. So at any rate, they are very, very cute. And the fact that you wait in there and you wait and you are seated by them and they take your order and they bring back all of your things to your meal to you and everything. And I think that the only thing that we might want to mention is that when you're done eating, to go out and talk, sit with your friends on the sidewalk and wait for the parade so that we can get more people seated
Yes.
at the tables
Yes.
to be able to enjoy
That's one of it's a touchy subject, but that's one of the best. You love to sit down and talk with your friends, but we truly appreciate it if you could eat your food, have as much as you want, and then move on your way so we can use that table and get more people in. The
the.
more people we can serve, the more money is going to go to the 4-H and those kids.
And I know that the 4-H is going to be using that money. We've got the fair coming up in the fall, and that's a big 4-H thing. And so,
Right.
all of the dollars that are raised there are directly going to benefit them in that program, and be able to have a successful year for them too. So, that's I just think it's a wonderful, wonderful event that beautiful relationship between Kiwanis and 4-H that is really wonderful. And I think some of the 4-H people are out putting up posters as we speak. So you'll see them.
And I believe the banner, Marie, should go up, I think, within the next week or two, or maybe even earlier, right?
Yes.
The banner that'll go up. And I would just like to say on the Kiwanis, coming from the city, not knowing what they've done, I've never met such a great group of people with such good hearts that really, really care about the kids and really care about the lake.
Yes.
You just don't get what we have here in Lake County, in the Bay Area. It's just too big.
Yeah.
It's just, here we'll serve 1,000,
Yep.
If you're in the city or something like that, they want to serve 10,000, and it loses that
Yeah.
interpersonal
Yeah.
flavor, right? Everybody's back and forth, conversation's good, and the energy's good. It's quite an experience. But the people in the Kiwanis, and I'm sure it holds true for the Rotary and the Elks and everything, I really am pleased to be part of so many people with good souls.
Yes, well, and I know that the Kiwanis do a road. There's a section of the road down on South Main Street, just right by of all sections of the road. The one that there's the turn going to the landfill over there, and so they keep that section of road clean. So they do road pickup.
I've been down in those ditches numerous times picking up things.
All
And again,
all the things that fall off their trailers, people make, right?
And it's amazing the things that you find.
I can imagine, yes. And then I know that they also did the Christmas trees on Main Street here in Lakeport this year, and I certainly appreciated that.
Oh, my friends, in regards to that, my friends and people, my neighbors, were blown away at how nice the decorations were this year for Christmas.
Oh, it's
I believe, right, Marie, each store, I know we put them out, and then each store decorated it themselves.
No, it was people who so how this program works is that you pay $100 and anybody can do it. So some of them were businesses, some of them were organizations, some of them were we had like the museum, that sort of thing. There's individuals that come. We had a couple of trees in memorial to people who had passed away, and that kind of thing. It was an amazing, beautiful, time to go downtown, and it's that type of program is important for our community because it not only brings us together to have a little bit of a say in decorating downtown, but it brings people downtown, but it also gives a sense of pride to everybody because I more than anything else, I know there was one year where we didn't do it after I had started it, and then there was one year that we didn't do it, and everybody said, why don't we have trees? Where are the trees? This sort of thing, and that was so heartwarming to me because it meant that this was a really good thing that we were doing. So the Kiwanis doesn't make money on this. It is nothing but a service to the community. By the time we get the barrels and the stands and the trees and all of that sort of thing, and then we do all the we set them all up, and then everybody comes down and decorates, and it becomes almost a festival down there in and of itself when people are down there decorating the trees, because everybody's in a jovial mood. And
even putting them out, even when we're putting them out, and you can attest to this, even when we're putting it out, it's really choreographed, and everybody enjoys it, because when you take a look, suddenly there's trees all the way up and down in these barrels, and then you come back a couple days later and they're all lit up, and downtown looks fantastic.
It's beautiful.
With the tree lighting that they have in regards to Kiwanis, we also run the snack bar there.
That's right.
So again, to get money for scholarships and to get the money back to the kids.
And you're also running the snack bar on 4th of July in Hobbiton Park.
Absolutely. So, for the first time, some people had approached me, how come, it's nice down here, everybody's hanging out, but there's nowhere you can get some food or something like that. So we're going to go ahead and have that open. And on this one, we'll also, I believe, serve some beer and wine.
Oh, good. There you go.
And I'm pushing to get margaritas in there too, but we'll see if that works or not.
It's certainly hot enough. Usually,
yes, exactly.
So, and just so everybody knows that the 4th of July fireworks in Lakeport are always on the 4th of July, no matter what day it is of the week. Lakeport has always had it on the 4th of July, so there's never any question of that. The funniest thing is people often ask me, but what time on the 4th of July? And I go, after dark.
Yeah. After dark, yeah.
It's about 30 minutes beyond sunset, so is when it usually starts. So that's somewhere around 9:30, 9:45, somewhere around that area.
Mm-hmm. To me, because we're living on the lake, I'm lucky enough to see him from the end of the pier.
Yep.
And it runs, I would say, around 9:30, Marie.
Yeah.
Is when they do it. 9:30, like you said, 9:45. It's quite a show.
Yes, and I do know that Canocti Vista Casinos, their fireworks are going to be on July 3rd, as well as Lakeport Speedway. But the speedways, you won't be able to see. You'll be able to hear them, but not see them, because it's going to be in a lower display of them. But all of those are on the 3rd as well. So and there's also on the Discover Lakeport CA website a whole listing of all of the fireworks displays all over the lake. So it's kind of fun when you have so many, And
that's, again, really nice.
Yeah.
That there's so many. If you want to watch fireworks, you got a good couple days there. You can see them just about anywhere you go.
You certainly can.
That's right. It's quite the deal.
Yes, it really is. So there's a lot going on coming up in Lakeport, and I know that in June on this show, one of the days in one of my time periods, I do the Discover Lakeport and Beyond radio show, which is what this is broadcast on the 1st, 3rd, and 5th Mondays of the month from 9 o'clock until 10 o'clock in the morning. And my next guests in June are going to be, we're going to have Rick White from the Bacon Fest to come in and talk about Bacon Fest, and we're going to have someone come in and talk about the Wine Fest. So we have a couple of big things coming up in the county that you're going to want to know about. So you can tune in and listen to that, plus all of the other things that I have coming up, that we have coming up in the in the interim. So anything else you want to add to the conversation there, Norm, while I have you here?
Nope. I think we've covered everything.
Well,
again, the pancakes, come on out. And thank you very much for having me.
You're so welcome.
Really a pleasure.
If you are interested in Lakeport Kiwanis, you can look and get more information on their website. I know that they also have a Facebook page. And the meetings are from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. on Wednesdays over at Woody's Cafe over in Kelseyville. That is in Kelseyville Lumber. So, anyone is welcome to join or come and find out what it's about. I have to tell you that I am also a Kiwanian, and so and find it to be a really fabulous service club. So, by all means, stop by and say hi. Simple Gesture, a community food donation pickup program, is making a real difference for local families facing food insecurity. By becoming a Simple Gesture donor, you can help provide steady support to neighbors in need with one easy monthly food donation picked right up from your doorstep. Every bag of groceries helps stock our local food pantries and brings hope to families throughout Lake County. Joining is simple, convenient, and a meaningful way to strengthen our community together. Sign up today and be part of the simple gesture that changes lives. Go to www.joinsg.org. I'd like to remind everyone that you are listening to KPFZ 88.1 FM Lakeport. We are a community radio station that relies on your support to keep us on the air. Consider becoming a member by going to www.kpfc.org. Thank you everyone for listening today. I appreciate it, and tune in next time.
Come take a journey to a place so dear, where the mountains meet the sky and the lakes are clear. Lakeport's calling with charm in the air, a hidden treasure so lovely and rare. With clear lakes, waters the oldest around, a peaceful escape where serenity's found. The whispers of nature, the beauty unfolds in Lake County's heart, a story retold. Discover Lakeport and beyond, where memories flourish and hearts respond. In every moment let the joy surround, from wine tasting tours to the trails unbound. Hiking up hills under skies so blue, with every sunset you'll know it's true. Life's an adventure just waiting for you. In Lakeport, California, let's start anew. Macanocti stands bold and grand, a dormant volcano in this beautiful land, with trails to explore and vistas to see. Nature's embrace where you can be free. Rent a bike, feel the wind in your hair, cruise by the lake, let's leave all our cares. Kayaking on water so gentle and bright, the sun on your face, everything feels right. Discover Lakeport and beyond, where memories flourish and hearts respond. In every moment let the joy surround, from fishing at dawn to the stars profound. With laughter and stories shared with good friends, these small town moments that never will end. Each memory crafted a sweet little blend. In Lake County's heart, let's just pretend. Oh, water skying, the rush and the thrill, casting out lines, serenity's chill. Wine tasting bliss on a warm afternoon. Underneath the stars we'll dance to the moon. Events and happenings all year long, from festivals vibrant to tales in a song. Lakeport awaits open arms to you. A canvas of light, painted fresh and new. Discover Lakeport and beyond, where memories flourish and hearts respond. In every moment let the joy surround, from hiking the trails to the quiet that's found. So come take my hand, let's make a vow. In Lake County's warmth let's cherish the now. With every heartbeat this love will sow. In the beauty of Lakeport let our spirits grow. Discover Lakeport and beyond, my friend. In a land of enchantment where journeys don't end, let the stories unfold, let the laughter shine bright in the heart of Lake County.